I'm joined once again by Olivier Aubin-Mercier, who's going to be fighting Evan Dunham at UFC 223 on April 7th. Olivier, how are you this morning? I understand you just got up.
Yeah. As you can see with my hair.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I appreciate you having me part of your morning routine. What coffee are you drinking? Are you like specific about a brand or anything?
Uh, yeah, because I worked for a long time in a coffee shop, so I'm always going with that coffee shop. It's Caffellini, and actually, the guy who owned it is a cousin of my girlfriend, so that's because of him. I know my girlfriend, so yeah, I kind of have to to go there.
Right. Yeah, it's part of the deal, I guess. Do you get
Yeah,
any
yeah.
discounts at least? Does he give you any discounts off the coffee?
A little bit, but it's
That's
more like I don't want it to be awkward at the
right.
Christmas party, you know?
Exactly. Yeah, there's yeah, you got to say you're drinking that, otherwise if you say Tim Hortons, you might get a bad look or something like that, right? So yeah, I hear you. I feel the pain. We got to talk about what happened last month. Obviously, UFC on Fox 28. You're supposed to fight Gilbert Burns. Now, that fight was on a Saturday on February 24th. When did you find out that the fight was off and that, that Gilbert was having some issues with his weight cut?
I found out maybe 5 hours after I arrived in Orlando. So I weighed myself. I went to my house in Orlando, and I rent a house over there. So we went there, and then we received a call to tell me that the fight was off. So I was going to Whole Food actually when I received the call, and I don't know, at Whole Food there was all the vegetable that I was supposed to eat, and I just ate a burger.
Yes, because it's a lot better than veggies, especially when you knew the fight was off, right? So
Oh yeah, dude, it was a weird feeling to watch the vegetable, and like I didn't know what was going to happen, if they were going to replace him, or so I said, oh, you know what, like I'm just gonna like try to cool down, take a burger, and then if they find someone, like I gonna do what I have to do, but if not, I'm gonna be a little bit more happy since I ate the burger.
of course, yeah, that definitely makes an opponent being out of a fight a little bit better when you get to eat a burger. So I agree with you there. Now, did you get any pay for that, or did they just say, "Hey, we're going to reschedule you right away and get you on another card"?
Yeah, no, they pay me a little bit, and they rescheduled me. So yeah, I'm happy with the outcome.
Were you surprised though? Gilbert got rescheduled first because he's the one who missed weight, or well, he didn't miss weight, but he had some issues. Obviously, he wasn't cleared. He got a fight right away. It seemed like it took a bit to get you a fight.
Yeah, it surprised me. And the thing too, it's look, I understood what the UFC did. I understood what the doctor did. They maybe they wanted to change something with the weight cut. Too much weight to lose is not great for the sport. So I understood what's going to happen. But what surprised me is that this next fight, it's at 155 again. So I don't know that. I thought like everything happened for nothing
Right. I see what you're
at that
saying.
point. But you know, this is life. I don't know if you have a good manager or or something like this.
No, he does have a good manager. Ali Abdelaziz is his manager, so I'm sure he was able to get something going. But I agree with you. Usually, when someone misses weight like that, or there's like concerns, usually they make them go up a weight class. Like that happened to Frank Camacho when he fought Damian Brown when he missed weight. They made him fight at 170.
Exactly. I don't know why they did make him do 170. That's the only thing that I'm really surprised, and well, it's okay.
Yeah, it is what it is. Did Gilbert talk to you at all during this whole thing? Have you spoken to him since this happened?
No, I don't want to talk to him.
Well, no. I mean, maybe he would reach out and apologize that he missed weight, or like there was any issues. So
No,
there was none
he
of that.
didn't. No, he didn't. I mean, he was quiet for maybe 3 days, and then I think he passed on the MMA hour, and that's it. That's pretty much it. And when the fight was rescheduled, I mean, it's like nothing happened. You know, he was. I don't know.
Okay, fair enough. So safe to say, if you guys ever do fight, no baked goods for him at the weigh-ins, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Okay,
I
fair
will.
enough. So talk to me about this Evan Dunham fight. We find out that Merabek Taisimov is off the card. He's got visa issues. How soon did you get the call, or did you reach out? How did that sort of come together with this matchup?
Uh, I asked them to put me on Brooklyn, but I saw that the card was full. But at the same time, I think there was like 4 or 5 155 fights. So I was kind of hoping for something to happen, um, and something happened. And they asked me for to replace to Senov, and I said yes.
Good stuff. And let's talk about Evan Dunham. Obviously, a different opponent than Gilbert Burns. Gilbert Burns, a ground specialist. Dunham, more of a wrestler, grinder type. How do you feel like you match up against him in this fight?
I like the matchup. It's funny because I was watching Dunham when I was amateur to see what he was doing, to learn a little bit from a southpaw wrestler, ground guy, and I watched a lot of his technique when I was younger. So to fight him, it's something special. It's kind of an honor to fight him, and I'm really happy with the matchup. I'm really excited too.
Yeah, no, I'd say so too. And it's, if you look at sort of your career, I mean, this is one of the bigger names that you fought. So, I mean, a win over him will look nice on your resume, so to speak, because Dunham's been in the UFC forever. I remember, I think he's been there since 2007, 2008. It's been crazy. He's fought guys like Sean Shirk. And I mean, he's just, he's been one of those mainstays. I know he hasn't fought that often, but it's still a guy that's been in the sport for a while.
Yeah, it's crazy. He fought Sean Shirk. Yeah, I mean, I saw that the other day. My mind was blown actually.
Yeah, that's true. How's training camp going? I imagine just still at TriStar training with the same guys.
Yeah. I didn't change anything. I was in Reno maybe 2 weeks ago,
Okay.
and right after Orlando, I went for a little vacation. I was supposed to go for a little vacation, but I trained all week. And yeah, they have a lot of good grappler over there in Reno. So I was happy with my training, and plus it's in altitude, so it was good for the cardio. I liked it.
How did you end up linking up with a gym out there in Reno, and what gym were you training at?
I was training at Carson Gracie Jiu-Jitsu, and I don't know, I just show up. Like,
Really? And you're just like, hey, by
yeah.
the way, I was on the Ultimate Fighter. I'm in the UFC. So.
No, I don't do that.
Yeah.
That's a good. Yeah, I don't,
Yeah.
I don't go there with my sunglasses, and I just come in and I say I have some experience, and but well, this time they recognize me, so I didn't have to brag about it, but
Okay.
but
No, fair enough.
yeah, it was good. They were nice.
And I imagine the weight cut's going well, even with that burger.
Yeah, even with that burger and the pizza and the bread and everything that happened the week after. Still
Right. It's still good. Okay, that's good to hear. How do you see this fight playing out on April 7th?
good. You mean what's gonna happen in the fight?
Yeah, I mean, obviously you're going to win. You wouldn't have taken the fight, but how do you sort of see it unfolding?
Oh damn! I think it's gonna go on the ground a little bit, but I think mostly it's gonna be on stand up. That's what I think. So I know I have to work a lot my cage work since he liked the cage, but we didn't do the game plan yet, so I have to talk for us. It's so new, so we just I just get better now. I'm gonna think about the game plan later.
Are you going to TKO this Friday? I know they got a show going on UFC Fight Pass.
Oh yeah, that's Friday, eh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm going.
Okay. Good
I'm gonna
stuff.
try to go. Anyway, I have some friend that's going there, so that's fighting there, so I'm gonna try to go.
Yeah, it's a good promotion they got running there, and you see a lot of the up and comers, and it's actually going to be they got the 2 title fights I think on the card, so it should be pretty good. TJ Laramie's
This
on the card
Friday?
again.
This Friday, there's 2 title fights.
Yeah, there is. So TJ Laramie is fighting a Brazilian guy defending his featherweight title, and then Jordan Graham, the kid who beat Tony Laramie, he's fighting Malcolm Gordon for the vacant flyweight title.
Okay.
Should be a good little bit of action. No, I just figured because you're in Montreal, maybe you'd check it out.
Are you gonna be there?
Yeah, it should be a good card there.
Are you gonna be there at the?
I'm not going to be there, unfortunately. I had to miss this one, but I was there at the last card, and the reason I bring it up is because
Yeah,
I
I
saw
know.
you. I saw you at the last card, and then you're like, I wasn't there, and I'm like, you definitely were there at the last card. I
Yeah,
definitely saw you.
creep.
Well, I was just pointing it
Put
out
me-
because it was a good turnout. Like Eamon Zahabi was there. Like there was a lot of UFC fighters there checking it out. It was pretty cool. It was a good turnout for that December card.
Yeah, I like the last card. It was fun.
Well, it was stacked. They had all the title fights on that, and then Vitor Belfort was there to like do some stuff. So it was kind of neat to see them putting out all the stops for a big card like that. So
Yeah, that's true.
is the Netflix lineup changed at all since the last time we talked? Or are you still watching the same shows?
Uh, I don't know if I can say that, but I'm watching the show Love
Okay.
with my girlfriend. It's a pretty funny show.
That's good. Well, you see, if you would have just said you were watching that show and just left it at that, we might have, had some questions. But the fact that you said you're watching it with your girlfriend, that makes it a little bit easier.
Yeah, I like it. That's the thing. So I'm a little bit ashamed, but it's okay.
Fair
So
enough.
yeah,
Well, everyone's got to check out this fight. It's UFC 223 coming up here on April 7th. Olivier, it's always good catching up with you, man. Just remind people where they can find you on social media, and if you got any sponsors or shout outs, the floor is yours.
yeah, of course. Thanks to my sponsor, Jucado, XPN, Nutrition Fit Plus, Joe Beef, and Reebok. Those guys are with me since the beginning of my journey. So thanks to them. Um, what's my Facebook? My Facebook is just my name, Olivier Aubin-Mercier. And my Twitter and Instagram, it's Oli Aubin, I think. I'm pretty sure. Yes, it is.
What's up, fight fans? If you like this video, be sure to subscribe to see even more interviews with your favorite UFC and Bellator fighters. We've also got coverage at events, including post-fight press conferences and media scrums. And if you like this video, check out the video to my right. It's worth your time.